Hey guys, welcome to Cruise and Tarot. Alright, let's go and pull some cards for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and do a Halloween special. So I don't know the exact date this is going to come out, but obviously it's coming out before Halloween, or at least on Halloween. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. There's more information in the description box below, and I'm also on TikTok. Let's see what's happening. What's your next horror story? Keep in mind, I do not create tarot cards or oracles, nothing like that, other than my simple word ones, okay? So I'm not responsible for some of the art. This deck, I love the art in the front because it's like classic horse. I just don't like the backing. I don't like this, to be honest with you. But the front part, the movies and stuff, and I cut them smaller because I couldn't shuffle these. So sorry, guy. I know you probably disappointed that I cut them, but I just couldn't shuffle them very well. So, all right, so let's go ahead and begin with fire signs: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. These are the quick readings. This is just straight to the point. It's kind of fun kind of reading, okay? Let's see. Fire signs. What may be your next horror story? Let's see. Horror. Okay. So, you may be stalking someone, or someone may be stalking you. There's someone who's lying, pretending to be someone else. There may be even cheating going on for some reason. That may be your next horror story, guys. Let's get some more information about this. I gotta match it up with my horror tarot. Sorry. I said terror, but it's horror tarot too with it. So tell me more about what's happening with the fire signs around Halloween. What is their horror story? Oh, that one came out. Okay. I don't have these upside down. I'm not going to read them. I'm just, okay, fuck it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going. I want to be able to show you how they look like because they're kind of neat art. They kind of shuffle kind of weird and they're like already warping, so it's kind of hard to shuffle them a little bit. I'm not going to lie, it's a little hard. All right, so let's see here. Anything else? What the fudge? Do I have some upside down? Because I didn't think so. That is so strange. The way they're flipping upside down. All right, so. Oh, except for those. Okay, they're all flipping upside down. All right, so what is this telling me? Okay, so again, I already said you're going to get it like maybe some kind of call, maybe a stalker, negative. Someone may be calling you obsessively or texting you, messaging you, spying on you. There's someone who's hiding something behind a mask. There may be cheating. Didn't I say dishonesty or cheating a minute ago? All right, and then we have the justice. The justice is upside down, reverse. Dishonesty, unfairness. Someone being unfair, and something about being dishonest. About, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how in deep we'll go with this. And then we have the Four Swords. Is that the Four Swords? Yeah, that's the Four Swords reverse. That means like someone just totally burnt out and stressed out about this. Okay, what else is happening? What else is happening for the fire signs in October? Sideways, but I'm not gonna take it like this. Yeah, okay. I know, like the King of Pentacles, a man who has everything. It's like this. Sometimes people see him as a sugar daddy, I guess, or I like to see him as someone who's hardworking, very efficient, responsible provider kind of thing. Someone secure or can secure his family of some sorts. That's when I think of the King of Pentacles, but people like to say sugar daddy because, you know, I guess it's popular, funner to say it that way, I guess. Then we have the Seven of Wands though. It's maintaining control. So someone here who wants to provide, or they want to be that person that, what is the word I'm thinking about here? Someone who wants to be responsible and or needs to be take responsibility and maintain control. But it's almost like whatever they have or what accomplished, they're trying to maintain control. So this could be like a self-image or what they've already accomplished with you or what they have with you so far. So I'm gonna get another card deck. What else is happening for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What's happening? I mean, this is like the movie, what is it? Scream. So whatever pops up in your mind if you watch the movie, the thing that pops out the most about the movie is what that's probably what's similar to what may happen. Obviously I'm hoping nobody runs after you with a knife and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is like, if the thing you remember the most is the lying or the manipulating or whatever sticks out the most when it comes to practical everyday stuff is what I'm referring to. Okay, what else? You know what? I almost want to say you guys are feeding each other sometimes is bullshit. You guys are feeding each other things in order to overcome something. It's like you both are trying to overcome this, whatever this is. But it's like you both are feeding each other something here, though. It's what it's telling me. There's a piece of the puzzle that's missing here. There's some information that's probably what you're going to find out in October. It's gonna happen, something like that. You know what, let me get the other, let me go ahead and ask this question. Let me give you a clue of who this is you're going to be dealing with in the month of October. What was that? I thought I seen something that's not supposed to be here or wrong. Could have started seeing something. Maybe let me do it this way. Hold on a second. Let me look for a card. I think, there we go. It's not supposed to be there. Something was hiding in my deck. Affection. Injustice was hiding in my deck. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Oh my gosh. Some of the cards are like flipped weird. Let me just look to make sure nothing else. I think we're good. Okay. Who is this person we're talking about? Who is the person my fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, will be dealing in the month of October? Give us a clue. How would they know? Someone who may be independent, someone who sees themselves as successful, whether you see them or not as successful, someone here that you had to be straight to the point, pretty cutthroat, kind of brutal, maybe honesty here, or they are with you, or they have been with you in the past. Or the reality of this person wants to be single or thinks they're successful single is also sticking up for me. All right. And there's some kind of breakthrough or clarity. Something. This has something that you've already had I don't think you even need it, honestly, though. It's like you already know. You already know whatever this breakthrough or clarity is coming. I think you kind of already knew. I don't know if you knew literally or you kind of felt that this was supposed to probably was coming. Something was coming when it comes to this person. What is your outcome? What is your outcome? What is the outcome for most of you guys? What is the outcome? Or status, at least in October? Okay. Sleepless nights, not being able to deal with this somehow. Sorry, keep banging into this thing, and I need to fix it now. Why does this thing keep moving? Okay, so anyways, so some kind of I can't sleep, it's haunting me. Somebody's being haunted by whatever happened between you guys, or you are the one who feels this way. So what am I thinking here? Someone just feels hopeless about this. Is this the scariest movie for you? I don't know. I don't think so. But for some of you guys, it may feel like that. But I don't think it's as bad as others can be. And for a fire sign, this is good. To say, it could be a whole lot worse. All right. There's a lot of things that could happen with you guys. I think you guys are very passionate in a way. So, okay. What about for some of you guys, if it's not sleepless nights, what about the others? What would the outcome be for y'all when it comes to this situation? Seven of Pentacles is like investment, you know, hard work, not giving up, still digging in there, digging in your feet, trying to invest more in it. Still, or feeling already invested in this shit. All right. Oof. I mean, you know, what am I doing? Let me get this card deck too. Anything else for my fire sign? This is like pretty much one of the dark ones that I have, and it's Halloween, so I'm gonna pull it. I can't even shuffle. Okay, so what else do we have for my fire signs? What's happening in October in this situation, or anything else that comes out? Couple. Caregiver, or not really caring, because if it's upside down. It says grandparent, or not. It's like for some of you guys, it's not being great parents, or not that mediocre parents. For some of you guys, someone's going to be criticizing you for that. I'm not saying you are, but somebody is. What else? Alive, still surviving, having survival skills, but at the same time, someone, in order to survive, you have to run away, walk away from the situation, or some of you may have to do that, or will be doing that, or the other person is walking away from responsibilities, walking away from healing this, something like that. All right, this is all I got. Bye. Hey, Earth signs, you are next. I don't make some of these cards. I like the art in the front. And this is like a classic horror type of... I love Halloween, by the way. And I love all things Halloween and scary movies, okay? So just put it that way. And before people go crazy on me in the comments, if anybody comments at all, I am a Christian. Whether you guys agree with me or not, I am one. So anyways, let's go ahead and continue. So if you are a Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, this is for you. Or if you're dealing with one, let's see what's happening in the month of October and what is your horror story you're going to be facing. All right, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. I'm also on TikTok. More information in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and see. What is your horror story? Earth signs. Oh, as my father says, Earth. And my sisters watch that, they know. Anyways, let's see here what's going on. Alrighty. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do not remember certain movies, so I'm just gonna go with the image. And I haven't watched every single damn movie out there, but every time I see this one, it talks about consuming, being distracted, feeling like tunnel vision, and not seeing things clearly for what they are. I think people have been, gotten used to being comfortable with some kind of idea or some kind of industry or something. And I think people, even though this guy's wearing sunglasses, they're blind. And I think he also says, like, I'm here to chew gum and kick ass and I'm all out of gum or something like that. So I think I remember that too. It's been a long, long time when I watched this. I don't even remember most of it, to be honest with you. But Earth signs, I do feel the horror story you may be facing is there's a lot of someone around you that affects you, or you will be purchasing too much, buying too much, almost hoarder type of energy here. Buying things you don't need, buying things that make you wonder in 5 days, why did I buy that? Wasteful type of energy here for some of you guys. For others of you guys, you're going to notice some kind of energy of how wasteful you've been, how someone's been wasteful, you've been wasteful, wasting time, wasting energy, wasting resources of some sorts. How you or somebody here is addicted to something. And I don't mean like, I mean, we all have our addictions, okay? All of us do. All of us. Nobody's perfect. But I do feel like someone's going to finally start seeing what they need to be watching out for, what is just because everybody does it, or it's done like it's acceptable somehow in society, or how a standard in society should be. It could be anything from buying certain products or services and possibly looks, something like that, is realizing how wasteful someone's been. That's your horror story. I do believe it has to do, I think some of you guys even worry about climate change. I think it's more like, and not even though that crazy, I think climate change phrase and word has been overly used and abused and taken by the people who are just totally quack. But in my opinion, yes, we do have a problem. And I think, some countries or some people do a better job or trying to really focus on that versus others. But there's something about someone worried about either animals here, worry about the green, like trees, growth, plants here, possibly. There's maybe humanity's future. There's something about time and certain rituals or habits that we've been doing that been hurting us of some sorts. If it's not climate change, it's like it's almost ritual. Like, why do we have to buy 100 pair of jeans? I don't know. I'm exaggerating here, but why do we have to, like, one example is if it was up to me and I really didn't care about everybody, which I really don't care about a lot of people's opinions, but I do care about people who care about me or my close, loved ones and stuff. And I would just wear the same uniform every day to work, every day to work. To me, it's not a priority. It's not that important. And I can focus on other things and not being worried about what to wear. So there's something here about seeing things clearly and how you don't need to do things like you have been doing, but also super focused on what you've done already, on all the damage that has been done in the past, that it's affecting you of some sorts. Or maybe like being criticized by people. You're so wasteful. Why do you have to dress a certain way? Why do you have to look that way? What, something kind of like that. All right. What else? For my earth sign, what else is happening? Okay. First, I hate it when they've been like this, and I just got this card deck. I love the art, though. I love the art. I have to tell myself. There is something here about realizing like your material goals and what your choices have been. It's almost like, look how much I've wasted in the past, and this is what I truly like want so bad, and I'm looking at my choices now and looking at my past and how to do better. Anything else? Whoa, did that flip? Maybe not. I thought something flipped, but I guess not. Okay. What else? I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Whew. All right. I don't know what's wrong with my nose anymore. Alrighty, so again, I know it doesn't seem like, oh, so much for a horror story. I don't know. Have you been inside a hoarder's home? You know, I don't consider myself being a hoarder, but I have been, like, overall, but there's some things that I haven't, like, why do I have so much of that specific thing, you know? Like, you know, there's some books that I used to read and I don't read anymore, but I've kept them. Why? I mean, it's not like a huge amount of them, but you know what I'm saying? So something kind of like that, and it may not be a horror. I mean, I'm being kind of realistic here with your daily life kind of stuff. So, okay, so here, this talks about choosing happiness. This may be acceptance here, being aware of this, and then taking action now. Taking action, wanting to take action. You know what? You can sit there and focus on all the mistakes and all the errors and all the problems and blah, 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 blah. But, and that's great to reflect. But then what do you do about it? Just sit there and sulk? Or you sit there and then you shake it off and then you realize that you made mistakes and now you need to fix them. Fix it. You know, we all do it at any stage of our lives. All right. So see what else is happening for you guys. Anything else happening for my earth signs in the month of October? I don't know if somebody, okay. I don't think, but, okay, I was going to say, it's almost like the energy of blaming someone else, but carrying this weight. But it's more like insecurity. This insecurity is weighing really heavy. I don't know why you have this insecurity. Maybe because you want something now. And you want it. And you feel like you've built up your obstacle. Like you're the reason why everything now is not coming together. Now that it's like, well, I spent all this time wasting all this money or resources and blah, blah, blah. And now that I actually want something, I've realized that I made all these obstacles in my way in order to accomplish this. Some kind of energy, kind of like that. All right. So, okay. But feeling very secure about this. Feeling secure. And you know, we all are going to feel it. But just, I'm not saying just get over it, but kind of get over it. Okay. What else? What else in Halloween? For earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Should I pull another one? Like I said, you know, don't just sit there and sulk about it or whatever you call it, self-loathing here, and feel like you can't do anything about it. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You can do something about it. Almost anybody can do anything about anything. Let me see. What is your outcome here? For some of you guys, because not everybody's going to do everything, right? Not everybody. So for a group of you guys, what is the outcome? Say you're being practical, taking care of business, being practical, doing your part. Taking care of business. And for the other group, still being impulsive, having to defend your actions. You know, if you have to defend your actions that bad with people who care about you, I mean, people who care about you, you really didn't have to defend your actions. So you're having to defend your actions towards someone who understands, loves you, and cares about you. Maybe somebody is wrong here. But who is wrong? Who is wrong? Okay, let me pull a few more cards and then we'll call it good. What else we got for my earth signs? Wow. Okay, so someone's very like angry. Maybe you guys were very, very passionate about purchasing, or maybe you're passion driven and not realizing what you were doing. There's a lot about materialism, you know, again, it's because you have 1,000 candles that are useless sometimes. That doesn't mean that you're rich sometimes. All I'm saying, you could have had other things that could make you money. That's all I mean. But there's something about being very materialistic, maybe dealing with pleasure because that made you happy. And then it was just passion. Like I said, someone's just very passionate about this. Like they were very passion driven about consuming or buying something or like wasting resource of some sorts. That's it. Bye. Water signs. Welcome to Cruise and Tarot. All right. So again, disclosure, disclaimer, whatever you call it. I did not make these cards. I debated about getting these cards because of the backing. I don't care for this. I'm not any kind of weird worshiper. I do pray to God, Jesus. The reason I bought this is because it's classic tarot art in the front. So that's what I enjoy, and this is because I also love Halloween movies. All right, so anyways, just wanted to put that out there. All right, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, if you're here for entertainment purposes, even though this is truth and clarity and more practical application of tarot, you're here. That's what we're doing. So anyways, I'm also on TikTok. More information in the description box. Please like, share, and subscribe, guys. It doesn't cost you anything. My accent changes as depends how late we are. All right, so let's see here. Let's see, what is your next horror story in October? What is a horror story for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Wow. So, well, dang. Let me get comfortable. All right, so, I know I just said what I said, guys, but I do feel for some of you guys, there's some kind of witch hunt you're going to be involved in, or someone's going to be, that's you. Like, I don't know if you're part of the witch hunt or you are the person they're hunting. And before you go crazy on me, what I mean when I mean witch hunt is not literally hello. What I mean is you're being accused. Someone's being accused of something here. And people are taking over the top. You know, there's very few times a witch hunt is worth a damn. When is it worth a damn? I don't know. When there's a pedo involved. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. That's something I will not be afraid to say. Or when there's a crime happening in the heat of the moment and people are watching this and they're trying to stop it. I mean, it sounds horrible to say witch hunt, but that's literally what it is. I mean, you're going after someone who's done something, you've proven it, right? But there is something here. A lot of the witch hunts anymore are just drama, are just bullshit, are just over the top and sometimes lies. And it has nothing to do with the witchcraft. It's just people being accused of doing stuff that maybe, or just looked at wrong or something like that. Okay, so there is someone being accused heavily by more than one person here. I think whoever this is, you know, I'm getting the energy for some of you guys. It's the people closest to you. It's the people closest to you. And before you take it too over the top, what I mean is say, there was a rumor about you. Let's just an example. And you were not doing something you're supposed to do. You're doing something that you were not supposed to. I don't even know. There's something that people saw as kind of scandalous or disagreed on. And then you're about to go to a barbecue, your family's barbecue or whatever. Get together. I don't know. What do you guys do? I like barbecues. And anyways, so you were going to that and there's a lot of people who were already talking about you. And I think they're all preparing to have that conversation with you or accuse you or give you the side eye or something like that. So you may be part of that group, or maybe you are the victim of this. Something like that. All right. All right, let's go ahead and pull more cards to see what happened. Okay, what else can you tell me about this witch hunt? I'm also like picking up on another story, guys. This has to do with family. I don't know why I'm thinking like family. this for some reason pops up family, even for both of them. But it could also be somebody is like the black sheep of the family, and they're noticing how toxic family is, and someone's trying to point that out. And instead of people accepting that there is a lot of wrongdoings or a lot of toxicity in the family, they rather go on a witch hunt after you because they're just confirming they are very toxic. And I don't mean everybody in your family. It could just be a small group or one or two people, and they're trying to put everybody else against you. Because why? Because that's what they do. All right, let's see here. What else for my water signs? Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay, so again, there's rite of passage here that really pops up for me. Rite of passage, because it is family. There's something about a rite. It's like, okay, I know it says that, but it's like somebody here has no right because they haven't earned the right to accuse. Some people are so weird. It's like you have to be 50 years old before you can criticize other people in the family, or you have to pretend that nothing's happening. It's the rite of passage, or I don't know, some kind of weird shit like that. And then you're having to defend yourself. Someone has to feel like they have to defend themselves when it comes to family. What else? Okay. There's a lot of doubts here. There's a lot of doubting. Again, if you're telling someone that should be on your side, there's people who are doubting everything, making you look like a liar in a way. I don't know how else to say that, but something kind of like that. Why? Because they want to win at all costs. Someone wants to win at all costs. Someone loves conflict. Someone thinks you're just bringing conflict and they enjoy it. That's, again, I'm just getting that someone's very, very toxic. Sorry. So, I mean, it could be you. I don't know. What else is happening for my water signs? If it's not that, it's a community or a group of people that are really close together, not necessarily with you. Okay. Someone's very sensitive here. The Page of Cups to me, someone who's just very sensitive about the whole situation. And I also believe that whoever this is just got overly sensitive and overly excited about this. Oh my gosh, throw me a freaking bone here. I would love to be part of this drama. That's what it's kind of telling me, guys. Sorry. What is the action that they're taking that you need to be aware of? Whoever's against you. I'm just going to do it that way. The action. I have a ghost. Oh, shit. The Five of Ghosts is cups. I keep forgetting sometimes. Pumpkins. Okay, the Five of Ghosts, it is the cups. Okay, I wasn't sure, so I had to really think about this. So, it almost tells me that somebody here may be losing out on this. It's their next action is to feel like this is at a loss. All right, that that's their desire for you to feel like you lost things, or you lost someone's, like you don't have, someone doesn't have your corner or your back. You feeling like you're alone in this. Like, you know, I hate it. It's horrible to think of it. That's why it's a horror story, because the people who are you're supposed to be closest to you shouldn't be stabbing you in the back like this. Just saying. But again, water signs, maybe I am a water sign. After all, I'm in the air sign, because I really do feel there's no need for some of us to have enemies because we have family. I'm going to repeat that for people who get insulted. Really look at yourself, because You know, I do honestly feel that way. Sometimes it's like I can get along with everybody. People don't really bug me. People are assholes, but I don't have no investment in that person, no emotional investment because they're not related to me. And then here comes a family member being a total douchebag, stabbing me in the back, you know, putting out my secrets about my life when I try to keep quiet about everything. And it's like, what is the point? You know what I'm saying? And then if you say anything about the family, it's like they forget that you know everything about them too. And it's like they don't care about their own little skeletons in the closet, or they're that crazy that they just are going all out. It's weird. I don't know, some people are funny. And then they automatically think because you're family, you should always forgive them. That's the sick part. All right, so let's see here. Or not talk about it. Why everybody's bleeding from backstabbing. All right, let's see here. What is the outcome for you guys? Pretty much dealing with family for you guys. Dealing with family. You know, I think you're just going to be at your final straw with these people. Final sword of backstabby-ish failure. Things are just going to fall apart, and I think you're possibly even contemplating or looking at, you know, what can you do? You know, you're searching for a point. Like, why even stick to this idea of being together as a family? Why even go to these barbecues? Why even, like, you know, it's almost getting me the energy of that. Questioning everything about this after the final, like, you feel like this is it. This is the final. This is the last time. All right. Bye. Oh, no. Hold on a second. One more card. I'm already, like, ending it. Let's go ahead and do your... I think I'm going to pull one for me on this. Why not share it with you guys? Why not? Let's see here. Alrighty. Any oracles for you guys for October, Halloween time frame? I was going to say something else. I'm going to say it how it really came to my mind, guys. Somebody here is going to say, bitch, hit the road. Someone's just cutting ties, right? It's last sword. There's nothing else you can do to backstab me. I think you're looking at people within the circle and thinking about who is and what should I keep happy. I will honor them and acknowledge them. Some of them I'm just going to ghost them. Some of them I'm going to value. Some of them I have to defend myself with. Some of them I just keep away from. Something like that. Some of them are just poison. Just choosing. Picking and choosing. This is all I got. Adios. Hey there, air signs. Welcome to Cruise and Tarot. All right, I'm making more videos for you guys. This is going to be a Halloween themed type of reading because it's coming out in October. Keep in mind, I'm here for entertainment purposes. I don't design these card decks, guys. And I try to stick to practical type of tarot that applies to you. I do have over-the-top kind of readings, like what would happen to you in the apocalypse. You can still find it on playlist, only because I found that kind of theme fun. But obviously, that probably will not happen, I hope. But anyways, I'm here for entertainment purposes. More information in the description box. I'm on TikTok, by the way. And please like, share, and subscribe. Let's see what's happening horror-wise. Next horror story for my Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And I'm going to pull my cards at the end. Why not? Right, I'm pulling twos and like the last one or last three. I don't even know. Okay. Okay, so I feel like there's two stories here, guys. For you guys. There's some of you guys who someone's gonna personally attack you. I don't mean physically, just like slander, talk shit to you, something like that. It's like having to deal with a shit show of a situation only because it's someone, to me, who thinks they're tougher than what they are. You know, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's like, you know, like in the movie, I mean, The Shark, it's like It's like you only get attacked by a shark in water most of the time. I mean, where else, right? So you don't have to be in that place, right? But it's like this person is almost overly protective or very defensive or like marking some kind of territory. This person is marking some kind of territory with some people or place or something here. They feel insecure. They feel like they have to open their damn mouth and attack you verbally. That's your horror story. And I think you're someone here is feeling trapped because of this. I think this whoever this is wants to catch you red-handed. They want to prove that you're doing something bad. What do I mean by this? It's almost like some loser who hates themselves instead of just doing the normal thing and just trying to better themselves because they hate themselves so damn much. They see you and they see something you have that they don't have, and then they get jealous, then they get insecure, and instead of doing better, they go after you. They go after you. And get ready, because I hope you're an air sign too, because air signs can go off the chart when it comes to 0 to 100 when it comes to talking back. Libras, not so much. I think Geminis and Aquarius can handle themselves verbally a whole lot more, but still, I mean, Libras can still handle themselves to a point. Let's see what else is happening for you guys here. Like, I'm sorry, but this person is horrible. Whoever this is a terrible person. I wish I could tell you guys, and from an air sign to an air sign, walk away. Just ignore them. Make them look stupid but it's so hard for us to do that, isn't it? It's so hard for us not to respond. I wish I had that power sometimes, but sometimes I feel like you have to deal with bullies, because then they act like they can keep treating you like this. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Some people never grow out of high school. And some people never grow out of elementary. That's the truth. Let's see tell me more about this for my air signs. Whoever this is, again, you're going to feel exhausted by this person. You are just so fucking over this as soon as it happens kind of attitude here. Not only that, you feel like you have to maintain control. You feel like you have to defend yourself. I think this person is by themselves, but they could be getting a group of other people to be like this, or doing it in front of other people so they can embarrass you or something. I don't know. Again, some people are just pathetic. What else? Yeah, I don't know why I wanted to say someone's out for blood. Someone's out for blood. Okay, be careful with this, guys. I hopefully this is what I'm thinking it means. Here is a burden, right? You're feeling this new feeling of feeling like this weighing heavy on you because of the situation. It's like, my God, I was minding my own damn business, going to buy something, and then this idiot just opens her mouth and runs and just makes my day terrible. It's again, some people just can't stand it to see other people happy. I just can't do it. They have to try to drag other people down. So be careful with that. What else? What else is happening with this for my air signs? I noticed there's a strength card, which could be like compassion or taming of some sorts. I think what you're doing here, in my opinion, is like, look at this person, like they're trying to see how to approach some loudmouth bitch. And you're looking at your choices. See? The lion is a bitch. Or be careful, because if this person runs their mouth on an air sign, they might get the line back. See, that's the thing about Geminis. I don't know if Aquarius and Libra are the same, but We can match other people's energy. So at the end of the day, when you say that crazy over the top bitch was yelling at me, made me whatever, just remember, we were not like that. We copied your energy, gave it back to you. Just remember that. We copy energies and we give it back to them. All right, let's see what else is happening. Ugh. Why, people? Just leave other people alone. Work on yourself. Mind your own damn business. What else can you tell me about the air signs horror story? There's some kind of major choice here. You might be a Gemini, or you might have to deal with a Gemini. That could be it. I don't know. But I do feel... Okay, no. You know what? There's a choice here to remove emotions of this. There's here because it's toxic. There's something about removing emotions here. Controlling and removing some kind of emotions because somebody here wants to like control, want to have some kind of control here. So I think the air signs are trying to defend themselves. Whoever the air sign that is defending themselves is trying to take emotion, not let someone take control of somebody's emotions. So they're removing emotion before someone takes control of their emotion in order to maintain their control. Good for you. Tell me a little bit about this person we're dealing with. Well, you know what? This is the wrong card for that. Let's do this one. Tell me a little bit about this person the air signs are dealing with. This asshole who's so miserable that they gotta make the air signs miserable or try to make them miserable. Show me who this person is. Show us how the air signs would know. Better yet. Sideways. Okay, so this person could be seen a little bit immature when it comes to emotions, or a person who's very sensitive. And what do I mean? It's someone who likes to make little jokes, but as soon as you give them a little joke back or respond, they get really like sensitive. Like, I can dish it, but I can't take it. Or someone you feel like they're so infatuated with you. Like, why are you so obsessed with me, dude? Like, fuck off. Don't focus on me. Focus on your ugly ass nose or whatever. Okay? There's something about healing though. This person has a healing problem, okay? They're walking around like they're broken, tore up, whatever. And you know what, dude? Most of us are. But not most of us treat everybody like shit. A lot of talk. This person loves to talk a lot, loves a lot of action. Fast without even thinking about it. Take action now. Think about it later. If I even have a conscience. Okay. Again, the sun, maybe that's what makes them happy, or it could be they're very immature. Okay. This could be about children also, though. This could be about children or playing the field of some sorts. I don't know why that's coming out. All right, let's go ahead and see what is the outcome for you guys. What is the outcome for my air signs? Dealing with this douche canoosh. What is the outcome for my Geminis, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra? With this horror story. Staying busy and just waiting for it to end. And if what I'm saying is that it could be also looking at the fine details. So it's someone that maybe you, say if you had a potential friendship with this person or something, dealing with them before, it could be like being distracted enough and hoping things will end, or being so caught up in whatever you're doing that it'll just end. But, you know, it may end for you, but this person's going to still watch you. This person's going to be watching you like a vulture. Just telling you. What else? What else? It's like you just keep it busy. Like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna do this and that. And you just keep being a total ugly ass person. Yeah. So there's gonna be a shocking revelation about this person. Something will change dramatically with this person. It could be karma, dude. It could be karma. I'm not gonna lie. And it's gonna affect their independence. It's gonna affect, you know, their fruits of labor of some sorts. It's karma. Karma's, I don't know what it is, guys, and I'm not joking. I never thought of it, and someone said it, and I thought about it like afterwards when they mentioned it to me. Someone said Geminis are like the embodiment, like we are the human version of karma, you know. And I thought, the heck, I'm a Gemini. Never. Then I started thinking back about all the few times that things were like really over the top situations with people where, you know, if I screwed up, obviously I'm not going to expect karma towards other people, duh. But if some people did me really dirty, well, you know what? The dirtier they did me, the dirtier their karma got them later on. I didn't think it had nothing to do with me, and it might not, because there may be a lot of people that they've done dirty to. But it is true, though. It is true. So, but I also believe that it'll affect me too. So I try not to wish that on somebody. I just, whatever God, the universe wants for that person, that's between them, you know? It just depends how I react to. So I'm going to get a few oracles for the air signs. Oracles for October. Yes, I can be annoying. Okay, so there may be healing for both of you guys. So I'm not saying together. It could be like, you know, someone can still get karma or get what they deserve, or you can put them in their place, and then you both get over it and heal about it. So heal together or separately, doesn't matter. There's something about nurturing or taking care of things, and it was no accident. Like, it was meant to teach you a lesson here. Or to teach you something. That's weird. It was no accident. Okay, this person they're sick in their mind, all right? They're sick in their mind, and in a way, this was kind of like entertaining them or taking care of them or satisfying them somehow. The shit that they're trying to put you through. And then they had tunnel vision. They didn't care about the truth. They didn't care about karma. They didn't care about nothing else. And I honestly think that it was dark, whatever they were looking at. It was just totally dark. All right, let me just do mine, and that's it, guys. If you want to stick around, if not, it's all right. See my horror story for October. Let me just put these up really quick. Pause it. Alrighty, this is for me. I'm a Gemini, and if you were a fellow Gemini, if you want to watch this, then watch it. All right, so let's see here. What is my horror story for the month of October? But I'm gonna read it like I'm another person. I don't know. It's just easier for me. Okay, it makes no sense, but anyways, like I'm reading it for someone else. If that makes any sense. What is my horror story? Cruise's horror story. Shit. Freddy. Something about my dreams may be affected. So I do have the most freaky dreams sometimes, I have to admit. Sometimes, but I don't have it as much anymore. Every once in a while something weird comes out, but not very often like it used to. So it could literally just be in a dream. Like if I'm dreaming on something like a goal or a dream house or dream something, it's gonna seem like it's hard to reach. Like my dreams may not come true, that it's all made up or cut up. Let's see what else. That doesn't mean every single part of my dream, just like one. Okay. Alrighty, so I may feel restricted, like I have my hands tied behind my back when it comes to a dream. Maybe I shouldn't pull these. There's something about an awakening, having to realize something here in order to maybe unattach myself and not have so many restrictions. So maybe I'm lacking awareness or awakening when it comes to something that's restricted me. What else? I'm just I haven't given up though. It says the card of the Nine of Wands, the card of Wands. The Nine of Wands, it represents like taking a last stand. Like being, what is the word I'm thinking about? Having grit. All right. So having energy, needing grit in order to have some kind of fulfillment here. In order to have, you know, satisfaction. Well, not satisfaction. What is the word I'm thinking? Like fulfillment. To fulfill something here. To fulfill something. Okay, let's see what else is happening. What else is happening? Like I'm self-reflecting, possibly. What makes me happy? The sun came out again. What makes me happy? What is the energy I need here? What do I need to do? What else? Okay, what am I dealing with here exactly when it comes to this dream? Give me a clue. A new beginning. Taking a leap of faith. Maybe being foolish about something. Something about my passion. Something I'm very passionate about. And there's something about things balancing out for me. Like law. Cause and effect here. Okay, I'm just going to look at what is my outcome here. What is the outcome for me? Whoa. Alrighty, so and that's the second time justice also came out here too. So Seven of Pentacles is investing, like waiting, hard work, waiting for hard work to pay off, prioritizing things, balancing things, prioritizing so things can pay off and waiting for it to pay off. And then there's going to be some kind of balance here, some kind of fairness or some kind of judgment. Like, not judgment, I'm sorry. There's, what is the word I'm thinking about? Something's going to be decided fairly. All right? Any oracles for me? I remember watching the Freddy Krueger movies when I was really young. Back then, my gosh, they were so scary. But you know, it was weird. I had to watch a movie till the end so I can sleep better. Okay, this, I know it says motel, hotel, and accident. Motel, hotel is temporary. That's what, it's not permanent housing for most people. It's temporary, right? Like the ideal thing. So it talks about temporary accident, temporary bump in the road. It could also mean like not ideal because something happened. Like it's not a bump in the road. What else? Okay, I know these. Okay, guys, before you get triggered, I don't use these because these are sometimes really extreme, just like soulmates and twin flames and all that shit, or sugar daddies. So I try to use them as practical, everyday type of, you know, meaning. So this is revenge, right? I think it's more like, you know, it could be that this has to do with somebody that I possibly crossed the wrong way or they didn't like how I responded. And then I could end my dream here because they have something, a say-so. So what am I saying? So it could be like, I have a dream to do something, a project, right? And let's say 2-3 years ago, I rubbed someone, I'm not innocent all the time, guys. There's some shit. Everybody does some shit, right? But I mean, if I did something wrong to someone, I usually own it. And I sometimes try to make it better. I try to apologize and I try to do better. So it could be that most likely I responded to someone how I feel like they needed to be responded to. And even though they deserve that, they held a grudge. So years later, they have a say so when it comes to this project. For some reason, somehow they got a position or whatever. And then all of a sudden, they're going to make it difficult for me. So in a sense, I'm the one who caused it, even though in the past I could have probably justified it or not. It doesn't matter. This person has not let go. They're being petty. They're being judgmental. They're holding a grudge, and they're going to make it difficult for me, is what it's saying. Anything else? Okay, is that it? It was like my hands were like even slowing down. It was weird. Like I couldn't even move my hands. That's too many. Can I just get one more? To jump out. Thank you. Okay, so I got to. Maybe something about social media. Okay, so I may be catfished in social media because they're trying to get something out of me, like money or something. Or that's don't post things on social media like your dreams because you may be seen as a fraud or greedy. So what do I mean by that? It's like, okay, so I know there's somebody online. Who was that person I was following? And anyways, they had a YouTube channel, and what's her name? I don't even watch her anymore. But anyway, so she started making money off YouTube. Not a whole lot of more money, I guess, if she's being honest. And I haven't watched her in forever. And then she ended up getting a new car, and people were accusing her of asking for donations or asking for, for her show. I mean, you don't have to give her donations and stuff. And they were accusing her of being a fraud and greedy because she was portraying that on social media, that she was posting like she was struggling, But it's like she was making car payments, dude. It's not like she owned the car. So it's something kind of like that. So I need to be careful not to post things on social media because then people are going to take things wrong or twist them and then are going to accuse me of being greedy. I can't buy a new, pair of shoes because I'm like, oh my God, she's rich. Something like that. Bye.